It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on these Chiefs' leader at quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Chiefs and the Bengals coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8th. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Crossing route complete to Ross. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble, but all is well. First down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Back to throw now on first down. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 11 yards for number 11. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and play. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
First down, here's Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And they're going to lose some on this play. Big knocked back to the 18. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd and 15 now. Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. From the 10.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. But now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot in the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16.
A shotgun snap and again to Edwards-Helaire.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
Trucks over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. He'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Second and 2. And he rifles one incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they've turned up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And now another one thrown incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now. Got his fortune on that one. Knocked down another turnover on his ledger.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Back to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sam Hubbard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man here, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line.
And it's intercept. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Smith. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll set up a throw. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray, and he'll be brought down at the 27. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 13 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but a shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd down, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Smith catches left side. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running left, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. Shifts by at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope it didn't come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field.
Hey, man, guard, nigga, guard!
There is incomplete.
Cross, man!
As this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. The pass complete on the crossing route. This is Tony with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Mixing up the middle. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on these Chiefs' leader at quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Crossing route complete to Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And this is caught. A big play there for KC. 46 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney,
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
and the Chiefs march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Nick Bolton
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, 17 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
11.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Burrow, man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
On one, ready?
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Burrow looking to pass. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Burrow. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Smith. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. Mixon running wide side. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. 26 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple